ladies and gentlemen, with the announcement of Gardevoir, we got some more Pokemon hype news for you guys. I know this video is coming out late. You're getting a double upload. If you have not seen the full movement speed Venusaur build, by the way, I highly recommend it down in the description below. Give it a like. And you know what? Tell me what you want to see as the next build. I'm going to start that as a series, kind of like Choose My Path. What oh god, what's his name does for League of Legends, where you choose different builds for different champions. We're going to do the same thing for you guys here with Pokemon Unite. But let's get into Gardevoir. Gardevoir's got me extremely hyped. And as you can see, I do have the full list here. Gardevoir will be an attacking Pokemon, a ranged attack Pokemon, with the stats of 4.5 stars on offense, 1.5 star for endurance, 1.5 stars mobility, 3 stars for scoring, and 1.5 stars for support. Gardevoir was a very, how do I word this, bad Pokemon in the beta. And when I say bad, I mean like bad. Ralts and Kirlia sucked. It had no early game. It had no pressure. I'm hoping they kind of fix that with this release since they delayed her. By that, I'm really hoping what we get is Ralts is really bad, and then Kirlia and Gardevoir are broken, kind of like Gengar. But let's go over everything else. I just noticed this picture is large on my layout because I'm using a new resolution for you guys so we could stream in HD. First things first. Basic attack and passive. My basic attack will be a long-range attack, and my passive is synchronized. When an opponent inflicts a decreasing move speed or damage over time condition on this Pokemon, the same effect will be applied to the Pokemon for cooldown reduction. So basically, to summarize how this kind of works, Gengar, when he leaves that burn damage on you after he does Hex, that will now bounce to the opponent. So now both of you will be Hexed. I don't know if it's going to go off of the Gengar scaling or the Gardevoir scaling. In the beta, it went off of the Pokemon who dealt it scaling. So, like if Gengar was super far ahead and he jumped on you, you did Gengar's damage back to him with that effect damage. I don't know how that's going to work now. That's all I have to go off of is the beta. At level 1, you can get Confusion, which will be a long-ranged attack. It'll go in a straight direction on a 4.5 cooldown, which is super good. Trying to think of like an example for you guys. Razor Leaf. It's like Razor Leaf, but instead of being multiple leaves, it's just one ball. You will also get Teleport as an alternative. This is kind of like Agility. And it's on the same cooldown, actually has Agility as well. At level 6, you get to choose Psywave or Future Sight. Psywave, in my opinion, was the better one, but again, I only have that beta to go off of. The attack, it attacks 3 times in front of the user, kind of like Razor Leaf. Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur being my MVP right now, for an example. It attacks 3 times in front of her, kind of like Impulses. And in Future Sight, you set a delayed explosion. When the explosion hits an opponent, Pokemon is shortened its movements for a short period of time. Basically, this was like a super strong laning tool. You would throw a Future Sight out on your point. Say if you knew you were going to get hard pushed, or say if like your tank, like Snorlax or Crustle went down, you would throw Future Sight on the point. And you would leave to go get Berry, and as you come back, Future Sight would have already popped, stopping them from scoring. At level 8, you get to choose Psychic or Moonblast. Moonblast was the better one in my opinion. Psychic, after hitting an opponent or traveling its maximum distance, creating a circle that deals damage to the opposing Pokemon in an effect area. Basically, to summarize how this works, they took Teleport and they took Confusion and they meshed them together. That is what this move is. You get to teleport in a distance, and you get to hit something with a ranged attack. It was super cool. Moonblast has the attacking Pokemon at a distance throw out a ball. The move blast hits, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon in a cone, leaving the opposing Pokemon closest to the user unable to act for a short period of time. It was, oh god, what's it called? Suppression. It's just a suppression. Overall, I think Gardevoir's kit, super strong and amazing. Sadly, again, from the beta, she wasn't strong as Ralts or Kirlia. She was really rough. Gardevoir had a decent jungle clear if you plan to play her jungle, and her laning phase, again, was just really rough until level 10. I highly recommend that if you are going to play this Pokemon, play her with a Snorlax or a Slowbro, just so you don't have to worry about being behind until you evolve. But that's all the old information I have. But, fun fact, we do actually have some more Mons to go over. Along with Gardevoir, Blastoise has been found in the data. Now again, he was in the beta with Gardevoir, and he was pulled with Gardevoir. I I do believe, if I remember correctly, from Tencent's Korean page, they mentioned that the Mons just were underperforming on where they were, and they wanted to update them a little bit. But let's go over Blastoise. Blastoise will be a defense, long-range attacking Pokemon with 2 in offense, 3.5 stars in endurance, 2 mobility, 2 scoring, and 3 support. He's kind of the weird hybrid between Snorlax and Crustle, from what I remembered. He evolves at level 5 and then level 9. Level 9 is when you get your ultimate for him, by the way. He gets the Torrent ability. Now, it's not listed, but from what I remember, Torrent worked like Cinderace's Blaze ability, but instead of giving you attack, auto attack up, it gave you defense up. So you had stronger attacks and then you had defense up. So you could sustain a lot longer than normal. I don't know if they're changing that, so please take that with a grain of salt. We are going to be getting Water Gun and Skull Bash. Water Gun attacks with a short water, decreasing the movement speed of the opposing Pokemon for a short time. Also shoves the Pokemon and leaves them unable to act for a few seconds. Basically, it takes Slowbro's Water Gun and it gives it Snorlax's Knockup. How they're not able to move for a few seconds. Boom, there you go. I think Squirtle Snorlax is going to be a strong lane for that early game, but I also think Squirtle and Ninetales is going to be a really strong lane as well. Skull Bash. You furiously ram an opposing Pokemon, leaving them unable to act. This is another suppression skill. Either one's really good. Depending on who you're laning with, will make this move a lot better. I think if you're laning with Mr. Mime and he takes Reflect early game, Skull Bash is going to be your best friend. If you're laning with Ninetales, Water Gun's your best friend. You kind of see the pattern here. Level 5, you get to choose between Hydro Pump or Water Spout. Sadly, we don't have any information on the new Hydro Pump. I don't know if that means they're changing it completely. It originally shot in a it's not a cone, what's it called? It shot in a parallel beam like Razor Leaf. There you go. Yo, fucking Venusaur coming in again. Shot in a beam that was straightforward with 2 pumps, and it led the Pokemon incapacitated for a few seconds. That's how it worked in the beta. I don't know how they're going to do it now. Water Spout. Spouts water towards the designated location, decreasing the movement speed of the Pokemon in the area affected for a short time. It's Slow Smoke if it was a skill. But instead of giving you a blind, it's a much higher movement speed decrease. Again, good move, but take it with a grain of salt on how you want to use it. And at level 7, you do get Surf and Rapid Spin. Rapid Spin does not have anything listed yet, but it is being listed as a buff move. I don't remember what Rapid Spin did in the beta, so sorry. If anything, it's probably just going to give movement speed, but that's my assumption right now. Surf has the user charge forward on a wave, shoving opposing Pokemon and leaving them unable to act. We're basically getting the same Surf that Greninja has, I'm assuming, or it's going to be the same Surf as Slowbro. I'm leaning a little bit more on that Greninja one. But hey, I'm hyped for these 2 Mons. These are going to be our next Mons. Gardevoir is tomorrow, and Blastoise will be at a later date. By the way, yes, when we will have a stream tomorrow going over all of Gardevoir, and we'll be playing Gardevoir live for you guys. But I got more news for you, and one that got me really excited. We found Blissy in the data. Blissy has been rumored to be a new Pokemon coming out in the game as a new support type. And, well, she's been found. They found her stats, and they found some of her moves. We don't know everything yet because not everything was able to be data mined. But let's go over Blissy. Blissy will be a support. Difficulty is unknown. I'm going to personally say novice just from the skills that she is listed at the moment. Power 1, endurance 3.5, mobility 1.5, scoring 1.5, and utility, that support, is 4.5 stars. This Mon is a monster. Again, as you see, level 1 is Chansey, level 4 is Blissy. No friendship Pokemon has been added to the game yet. I've been noticing that recently. I don't know why. There's no Happiny, there's no Riolu, there's no Pichu, and that kind of sucks, but you know what, whatever. Blissy has a very interesting kit. These are going to be all their Japanese translated names. I don't know the names in English very well. Like, for an example, like Shadow Ball is Evil Ball in Japan. Just keep that in mind. We are getting Crush Face. The caster strikes in one direction, dealing damage in the area affecting and slowing movement of the Pokemon enemy. Hit on a short period of time. This is Pound, I think. This is like an updated version of Pound. It seems like a better Pound. Like, it took Wigglytuff and just made it better. But the other skill you could take at level 3 or level 1 is Vibra Curse? Vibra Care. I can't English. Constantly restoring the health of the caster as well as the designated ally for the short period of time. Chansey seems to have like a lot of like mixed between Mr. Mime and Wigglytuff, being Mr. Mime has to attach a link with a Pokemon, kind of like what's her name in League of Legends? Yeah, it is Callista. They make a link like Callista, so then all the effects for anything additional will go from there. That is how Mr. Mime works, and it does seem to be Chansey works the same way. At level 4, you'll be able to grab Egg Bomb, which nothing has been stated yet, or Hands, which is supposed to be Helping Hand, I'm assuming. So already, you have an attacking build, and you have support. That's amazing. And then moving into it, we do know the level 6 skills, which being Eshell, which I'm assuming is supposed to be like Explosive Shell or something like that. Sends an egg to an ally, which restores health of it, but also to the caster. A maximum of 3 eggs can be stored. This reminds me a lot of Yumi, being able, old Yumi, when you were able to have 2 charges of heal. And then Care Glaze removes all status illness from a friendly Pokemon and makes it immune to crowd control for a short period of time. This Mon is going to see a lot of play. Right now, CC is very much a devastating thing. A lot of people can't play the game because of things like Mr. Mime, Snorlax, being the CC hell that it is, Slowbro, and Ninetales also being just CC hell. And then at level 9, we got Captive Unite Blissy Assistance. The caster leaps towards a friendly Pokemon, providing it with an egg that grants it a shield, increased attack, increased special attack for a short period of time. The caster also shares the damage received by the friendly Pokemon for a short time. If the caster hits an enemy Pokemon, when it soars, it throws it back. It gives you a CC. It gives you healing. It gives you stat increases. But now your HP is now shared with whoever you cast it with. So it's very hit and miss. Like, say, for an example, you would use this on a squishy Pokemon because now you're taking some of that damage that they're taking so they can sustain a little bit longer. This is going to help out Pokemon like Ninetales, Cinderace, Pikachu, Gengar. This is a really good one for Gengar and Gardevoir. Gardevoir was really squishy in the beta. But that's not all we found in the data mine. Voila. This has me hyped. Okay. First things first, I normally don't talk about data mines. Mostly just because a lot of times data mines are unknown information. As you see, there is unidentified roles. We're taking everything here with a grain of salt. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go over the data mine. Playable Pokemon 2 for sure. The reason these are for sure is because they have in-game stats. And normally when a mon has an in-game stat, we're able to kind of like break it down. Originally, Blissy was data mined and we found, but we had to put it on an unidentified role because she had no stats. Understand? Cool. Blissy and Sylveon. Sylveon sounds amazing because of multiple reasons. I think Sylveon could be a really cool all-arounder because that's kind of like Sylveon's shtick out of the evolutions. It was the well-rounded evolution. If not, hey, whatever. I think Sylveon's still going to be an amazing addition to the game, either being a Speedstar or an all-rounder. Those are the only 2 slots we're missing for upcoming Pokemon because Gardevoir fills the slot of attack, Blastoise's defense, Chansey's support. That leaves Speedstar and all-arounder alone. Unidentified Pokemon. This list is a little weird, but I'm assuming some of them we can kind of break down. Let's go over this list first. Nidoking, Venonat, Tauros, Toxicroak, Carnivine, Joltik, and Galvantula, Aegislash, Toxapex, Stuffle, Pukumuku, Articuno, Jirachi, Victini, and Xerneas. First things first, I'm pretty sure Joltik and Galvantula are going to be for a new map. I think this is a new map. I sadly can probably also write off Tauros and Venonat as well as being map Pokemon, but I'm a little surprised there's no Venomoth. On top of, I think there is a map that already uses Venomoth. I could be wrong. I could be thinking of a different Pokemon completely. I'll put it on the screen if there is. If not, then I'll just put like, no, I'm stupid in big text for everyone to see that I'm just dumb. Nidoking is interesting. I think Nidoking would be a really good add-on to this game. I would love if Toxicroak and Carnivine were both coming into the game. I'm a little sad because I would have preferred it being Carnivine and Survivor just because of Team Rocket. That was their Gen 4 team, kind of pushing into Diamond and Pearl remakes coming out soon. Aegislash. This one's weird. I don't know if this is going to be a map mon or a playable mon. I think if it's a playable mon, it's going to be a very interesting mon because of um, stance change. That's what it's called. But I don't know much there. Toxapex. I could see this being a Pokemon. He's a fan favorite in Japan. He's a fan favorite in the US. And he would just be really fun to play, actually. I think his kit could be super fun as a ranged attack or being a ranged speed star because he is oddly fast. Stuffle. I want to say this is a Mapmon. I will 100% write him and Pukamuku off as map Pokemon. Don't fully know, but hey, I don't think there's enough in their kits to make them playable. But I could be wrong. I mean, they made there it is, Cramorant. They made Cramorant playable Pokemon, so I could be wrong, and one of them could be playable. Articuno. This is probably going to be a new Mapmon to mirror Zapdos, so that's why I'm kind of like, we're getting a new Mirrormon, or Mirror, map Pokemon, and this will be the boss of the map, kind of like how Zapdos is the boss of the main map. Regigigas is the boss of that Aroma Park, and Avalugg is the boss of the Winter map. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Jirachi, Victini, and Xerneas. So these are weird ones. I'm super down for Mythics being playable because that kind of makes Mythic Pokemon a lot more enjoyable. And Zeraora is technically classed as a Mythic Pokemon, but it's very like, it's only there because it's an event Pokemon. I would be super down though to play Jirachi. I love Jirachi. That is my favorite Mythic Pokemon in the whole cast of Mythics. And be really cool. Victini is just a really big fan favorite, I know. So that I think that's why that's there. Xerneas, I think, is a map Pokemon. I don't see the giant legendaries being playable. And that sucks because I really like a lot of the box art legendaries, but I don't see them being playable. But I want to know your guys' thoughts. I'm super hyped for everything we found in the data mine. I'm hyped for Gardevoir. Gardevoir's going to get a stream tomorrow. I'm going to dedicate most of tomorrow to Gardevoir. We're going to try her in the jungle. We're going to try her in lanes, top and bot. We're going to see if she can play as a supporter kind of Pokemon. We're going to see if she can play as a frontliner Pokemon. And we're just going to enjoy the Pokemon for what it is. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. We're almost to 100. And you know what? That makes me really happy because once we hit 100, I'm going to put more content out for you guys. Maybe we'll go back to double uploads. Maybe we'll go to a Monday through Friday upload schedule. I haven't decided yet, but you guys hold everything in your hands. Can't wait to see what we have for the future, guys.